The member for Fairfax.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question goes to the Minister for International Development and the Pacific. Will the minister please update the House on how the Morrison government is working to address agricultural sector workforce shortages and supporting our regional neighbours by restarting Pacific labour mobility?
The Minister for International Development and the Pacific.
Thank you, Speaker, and I want to thank the member for Fairfax for this important question and note his experience in the agricultural sector, the work he's done advocating for Australia's place in the Pacific. Pacific labour mobility has made a vital contribution to Australia in recent years, up to 12,000 workers a year working in our agricultural sector, making an important contribution. It's also one of the most important parts of our regional engagement, I find, when I visit people in the region. The economic contribution that we make through Pacific workers to villages and people back in country is immense. While we fill these critical workforce shortages in our agricultural sector, we know those vital remittances really do make a great contribution to the GDP of so many countries in our region. And that's why, from the beginning of this crisis, the government acted from the outset to ensure and preserve that access to the Pacific Labour Scheme could continue. On 4 April, we announced those visa measures that enable people that were here to remain for an extra 12 months and also to redeploy to approved employers. And then on 4 August, of course, we announced the approved pilot with the Northern Territory for the mango season to make sure we could bring on people and demonstrate it was safe to the states and territories to do so and to industry. And on 21 August, the government announced that with the support of states and territories through National Cabinet, recruitment under the Pacific Labour Scheme and the Seasonal Workers Program would resume more broadly. Today, of course, I'm pleased to announce to the House that the first cohort of 161 workers from Vanuatu under the restarted schemes arrived in Darwin last week. Those people are in quarantine. But I'm further pleased to tell the House that all 10 partner countries — Fiji, Kiribati, Nauru, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tonga, Tuvalu, Vanuatu and Timor-Leste — have agreed to restart their schemes. That means 15,000 eligible job-ready workers who have experience in Australia, who have been pre-vetted, ready to come to Australia and supply our markets. I also remind the House, of course, of the immense success of the Pacific countries in protecting themselves from COVID. 14 of the 17 countries in the world that are COVID-free are in the Pacific region. And I want to say, of course, that we're going to continue working with states and territories to bring as many people here as we can under these vital schemes to protect jobs and to help with our economic recovery, Mr Speaker. Just this week, I want to also commend the New South Wales government, who announced that they will bring 350 workers from Fiji under the Pacific Labour Scheme to fill labour shortages in the meat processing industry, and we welcome that development from New South Wales. As we know, there's more plans for more charter flights and more workers to come back to Australia. We know the vital importance of these schemes, vital importance to our agriculture and primary production sectors, but also to our neighbours, the economic contribution to their GDP, to the villages, to the people of the Pacific. And this government will keep working with the states and territories to get every worker we can here to meet those critical workforce shortages, supply the labour needs, but also do that great economic recovery for the Pacific and our region.